All right, what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is a weird video because I'm in my kitchen, but I like to vlog things. I like to talk about my label, my channel, how I create stuff. I love doing that. So in this video, I'm gonna be helping my friend Kevin with his jacket. So what we he wanted his other jacket to have the Fix logo on the back of it, and so I decided to show you guys how I do stuff like this. So I think this is about where we want it. Maybe a little bit more over here. But I'm gonna put the harness on and film how I get all this set up. It's not that difficult, but people get very intimidated by jobs like this, and I get it. You know, you want to make sure that's all taped down really well. It's a lot. So give me a second to get the harness on and whatever, and I'm gonna listen to some music while I'm doing this probably. So yeah. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, and if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe to the channel, help us grow to 15K. I'm trying to hit that by March 10th. That's my birthday. It's just a goal, right? But yeah, we're getting close, man. We're like 275 away, so we're getting there. I don't know. It's been a long day. I'm tired. I got a lot of work to do still. But shout out to my boy Kevin. That's my dog right there, man. I'm happy to help him. So yeah, I'll be right back with y'all in 1 second, and you'll see how I do stuff like this. So thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Okay, so what I did first is decide how I wanted to paint this on. I was like, do I want to do it all by hand, or do I want to have like assistance? And I thought, well, it's a very big straight lines, and I thought, man, that's going to be incredibly difficult to do by hand with all the straight lines. I had to figure out a way to draw it on there. It just seemed like very problematic. And so since I'm trying to make this look as good as I possibly can for my buddy, I thought, let me create a stencil. So I went and I got the Fix logo printed out on some like poster board. I needed it to be thin enough to be like pliable. I printed a couple extras in case we made mistakes. And then my wife actually cut this out with an X-Acto knife for me. I was too busy doing other things with the bullshit detector record, but this looks to be about where I want it. And so what you should do after you do that is just start taping it down. As a matter of fact, let's see. I can do this again. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape on the back of the spots that I need. You know, you don't want to wreck this. This is kind of fragile because these lines aren't super thick with poster board. It's a lot of thin lines. So press it all down, get these to stay. Okay, now that we have that pressed down, I'm flattening all the leather, okay? And then I'm gonna start taking little pieces of tape. I'm gonna flatten the leather down. I'm gonna start taping this thing down. That is a major, major, major thing you have to do. Make sure it is flat. So obviously I want to put a white paint base down, because if you just do red, that's going to be red, right? If you just do the red, it's going to look insane. It'll be dark, 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 and you won't be able to see it. So I got a Posca paint pen ready for me to use. I got a little bit of like a ivory. It's not quite white, but it's very, very close. But it's a thin paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these paints first. Let's see. I think this is just white. If I'm not okay, these are very, very close to being empty. Sorry for the shaking camera. These are my old paints. Some of them might actually be empty. No, this one's got paint in it. Okay, so it's very thin paint though. But white is going to be hard to get it on there and have it stay because, well, it's white. You'll see right through it. So see how that's still almost white. I mean, let's see here. You okay, babe?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
No, my nose is dripping. I'm getting ready to go.
Okay, so when you have really thin paint, it's in your best interest to take a little bit of cornstarch and like legit, like just a small amount. Watch. So I'll take like this amount of cornstarch, dump it in there. Let me get a paintbrush. Let me see. I just need the back of one. Let's see. Nope, wrong stuff. There we go. This will work. Excuse me. So this will thicken your paint. It'll make a really cheap thin paint, or like a pouring paint. It'll create just a better quality paint. It's weird how it happens. I don't really understand it. I mean, that's stupid. I do understand it. You're thickening it, but I wonder who discovered that cornstarch works. I guess since you use that to thicken gravy and sauces and things, it makes sense that you can thicken paint with it. All right, so base layer is going to be thickened with cornstarch. Okay, so let's look at this. That's bothering me a little bit. Let me see if I can put a little more tape down. There we go. That'll work. I am going to have to do almost this whole thing, huh? It's all right. For the homies. Okay. I mean, how irritated would it be to see somebody working on your nice leather jacket and they're not even taking the time to do it right? Oh, I'd be so irritated. So I'm not going to do that to my friend. Okay. The first step is not going to be with a paintbrush. It's going to be with a sponge. So I'm going to cut this sponge in half and use half of it for this. And then we're going to basically like blot the white paint, and we may have to do 2 coats. I got to see how it looks after the first coat, but should I cut this or should I, you know what? Let's just leave it like it is. Okay. Let me put all this stuff back real quick. We can do more later. Okay. So you take this and you don't want to waste anything either. So, get the paint off of your stirring mechanism. Can you get the dog, please?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you don't want too much paint on there because you'll make a mess with it like that, but all right, so you get some paint. You got to test it a little bit too, so you don't want to, let's just go right here. And we're going to put, well, it might not need more than 1 coat actually, because we're going to paint it red. This is just it's a stencil. I mean, you just want to put a little paint down so you can then paint over it with a paintbrush in red. So when I'm done with the white part, I will let it dry with the stencil on, and then I will remove the stencil and paint it by hand with the red. And I have a Posca paint pen to clean up any edges. So I'm gonna let this dry completely. Actually, I'm gonna hit just a little bit more. And then I'm gonna take the paint pen and sharpen up any of the edges. So I'll be back in a few minutes with that, and we'll just kind of see how this is looking. Okay, so I'm back working on this jacket. I know it seemed like it was just a second for y'all. It's been a couple of days for me. I haven't had the time. I got a big brush. I got a tiny brush. Got some black Posca pins because I'm going to touch up the corners and edges. And we got us a bowl for our red paint. I'm going to be listening to music for the channel tonight. I'm listening to this band Wildlife, another band called Sludgeworth, and then a band called Drug Lords of the Avenue. If you guys are familiar with these bands, we're going to be covering them on the show tonight. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and then I'm going to basically just double time this, and it'll kind of fast forward or whatever. But yeah, man, doing this stuff is fun. But it's I mean, it's not without its challenges. You know what I'm saying? So for me to make sure these lines stay sharp, I'm going to tape off the edges so I can do it kind of quick. It's going to pull some of the paint in it. Well, see, live and learn. Looks like we're going to paint this by hand. I was hoping I didn't have to do all that. All right. Okay, so I landed on this little tiny, 6-inch ruler, 1/2 foot, because it's small and I can move it around very easily. I liked that, and I don't care if I get paint on it because I rarely, if ever, use this thing. So I'm about to lay some paint, and then I'll have to be real careful with where I'm doing this at. It might just be easier for me to paint this by hand if I'm honest. So I might just try that. Let me put some paint in the bowl first. So I got some Winsor Newton acrylic crimson in color. Let's see. This is going to be pretty dark. Pretty vibrant is the word I was looking for. And then I'm going to drop a little bit of this in there because this is acrylic ink. It should be darker. Yeah. And if you mix those two, you'll get a slightly darker, like blood red. I can even thicken it if I need to. I don't think I'm gonna thicken this one though. The white seemed to crack a little bit, which I did not want. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get something to darken this up a little bit with, because it's gonna be well, I don't know. I think he wants it to pop. Let me do a little test swath on this thing. Let's see. All right. Well, I don't know. That's pretty fucking badass, actually. That's a nice bright red. I think, you know what? We're sticking with that. Because I'm going to have to do a couple of coats on this thing, so let's just stick with this. Try not to waste, I don't know why I care. It's not super expensive or anything, but I've just always not wanted to waste stuff. So anyways, so I'm going to get to it. I'm going to start painting this. We'll do one coat, and then I'll do a second coat in a little bit. But this is going to be just sped up because I gotta take my kids to karate in a little bit, so I'm trying to get at least a good chunk of this done before we leave. All right, be back with y'all in a little bit.
Go ahead. He wants to know to fire it, just to see his nemesis. He can't cross, so he must fight. He walks with the razor through the night. Rusty blue, short and red, so I can take the one and man. Lady baby, dead or alive, that's the chamber I would die. Murder gives no calling up. No one thinks it's gold up. The Lord of making such a thrill. Brother blood is false and still. Rusty blue, short and red, so I can take the one and man. Lady baby, dead or alive, that's the chamber I would die. Now see what he's gonna do. Never thinks it's such a sun. Never knew he had a chance. Never took the time to dance. Rusty blue, short and red, so I can take the one and man. Lady baby, dead or alive, that's the chamber I would die. In the sun, we saw the ground. Catch me fall to the living sun. We can catch, we got it left. Inside rap, love my own. In the stock of the in the stock of you. In the stock of signature. Fuck the stock.
All right, so I'm done with this part. I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'll go and touch it up, and then I'll show you the touch up stuff that I use. I use a black Posca pen to touch up any whites that need to be sharpened or whatever, you know, like this right here. It's not much, very little. Then I have a very thin paintbrush to touch up any red that I need to touch up. So there's a couple of places that I need to get in there with a small paintbrush. But overall, man, it looks pretty good. The paint's still wet, but it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. Okay, we are back for the final bit of painting on this jacket. It's been a fun journey, man. I hope Kevin likes it. I worked pretty hard on it. Parker's here. What's up, buddy?
Hi.
That's my dude. That's my
What are you
dude.
doing with this?
I'm painting on my friend's jacket.
Wait, why did they have that on the end? Like that.
I was stirring up the paint because I mixed two colors to get this exact red. So watch, I'll just do this to get some of it off so we don't waste any paint. Look at that. There's a little bit on here still, but that we can wipe off with the towel. That's why the towel's there. Look, boom. Very little waste. Waste not, want not. You know what that means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It means not waste.
Well, I mean, yeah, essentially. Huh. You're a smart little whippersnapper,
What does it
Parker.
mean?
It means if you don't waste anything, then you'll not want anything. If you use up the stuff that you have, you should be sufficient, or you should have sufficient. I don't know, man. I'm all messing that up.
Wait.
Don't waste anything, and you won't want for anything. Quite literally, waste not, want not.
Wait, can I try that?
No, baby, this is definitely not something you can paint on right now. This is Kevin's jacket, and it's not cheap.
I meant to I would stir it up and then put it on the jacket.
No, baby, not right now, okay? We can paint together if you want. I don't mind painting with you. I love hanging out with you.
Oh, maybe we can?
You want to do that soon?
Yeah.
We can paint together. I'm just darkening some of this paint up so it matches all the way across. Yeah, you can hang out over here with me while I do it if you want to. I love the company of the Parker P, man. That's my buddy. Are you my buddy?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
This is how you got it. And this is how you got this.
That's right.
That's the only thing I know you're doing.
I love you, little Parker Pooh.
Me too.
That's my dude right there.
Yes.
We're best buddies. What did we do today? We went to the trampoline place, huh?
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you love hanging out with Dad?
Yeah.
Cool.
What's this?
That is another paintbrush. It's for the small letters up here that say THE. I'm going to paint that one with that paintbrush because it is a much thinner brush.
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes it takes a smaller brush to do this.
yeah. A smaller brush than this?
Not smaller than that. No, that's probably the perfect size, actually.
They not show what they see. Money's right, what's up tonight? I'm not sure they care. It was like enough to do it. It was like to let my eat. It was like to see the door. It was like enough to do it. It was like to let my eat. It was like to see the door. When it case, he trusts his trace. They all think that they're it. What's the cure? No one's sure. They got nothing on me now. It was like enough. It was like a little. It was like a signature.
Okay, so I think we're about done finally. There are some slight imperfections, but I kind of like them. I'm going to go over a couple of them with the black marker in a little bit, the black paint pen, and then I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge over some of this. But I like the little bits of white that are coming through. I think that looks like a old screen print kind of. And I'm going to leave it like that on purpose. I think it looks awesome. This is very bright red. It'll be visible for a long way. I may need to put a little bit more up on the top here and right here because it's a little light there, but looks pretty good as far as I can tell. I'm pretty happy with it. So hopefully Kevin likes it too. It did take a long time to do, so I would be pretty bummed out if he said it sucked. I don't know. It's his jacket though, so if it sucks, it sucks. I'll have to fix it. But yeah. All right, everybody. Yeah, this is what it looks like when you paint your homeboy's leather jacket. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Bye.
What?
Avery said bye.
Oh, he said Parker. Say what?
Say what?
What do you say to everybody?
Bye.
There we go.